Tasha had been working as a cleaning staff in the grand offices of one of the most prestigious companies in the city. She had dreams of opening her own beauty salon one day, but for now, she kept her head down and did her job with pride. One rainy afternoon, the office manager, Mr. Daniels, stormed into the cleaning room. He was notorious for his temper, always finding faults in the staff no matter how hard they tried. "Clean the floor properly, you slut! I can't believe how careless you are!" he barked, his face red with anger. Tasha froze. She had heard insults before, but this one stung. She clenched her fists, refusing to show fear. "Excuse me, sir, but I always do my work to the best of my ability," she said calmly, trying to maintain her dignity. Mr. Daniels laughed mockingly. "Calm? Don't talk back to me. Just clean the floor before I report you." Tasha bent over, quietly resuming her work, but something inside her stirred. She had a secret, one she had kept hidden for years, something that could change everything. A tattoo on her forearm, hidden beneath her sleeve that no one had ever dared to see. As she carefully rolled up her sleeve to adjust her uniform, a glimpse of the tattoo caught Mr. Daniels' eye. It was a bold, intricate design with a powerful symbol, one that represented strength, resilience, and authority. Mr. Daniels stopped mid-sentence. His eyes widened. He slowly stepped back, tripping over a mop and landing on the floor with a loud thud. The office went silent. Every employee stared, stunned at the turn of events. Tasha stood tall, her calm demeanor radiating a power that no one had dared challenge. Little did he know, this was just the beginning. Like, share, and subscribe to see how Tasha's secret tattoo changes everything in Next. The office was still in shock. Mr. Daniels lay on the floor, rubbing his shoulder, staring at Tasha with a mixture of fear and disbelief. He had spent years intimidating everyone around him, and no one had ever dared to confront him, let alone humiliate him back. Tasha straightened her sleeves and stepped closer, her eyes calm but filled with quiet authority. "Are you done, sir? Or do you want me to show you what true discipline looks like?" she asked, her voice steady. The room went silent again. Employees whispered to each other, stealing glances at the powerful tattoo partially revealed on her forearm. It was more than just ink. It was a symbol of a secret society her late grandmother had belonged to, a society of strong, fearless women who had fought corruption, injustice, and intimidation. Mr. Daniels tried to laugh it off, but it came out as a weak, trembling sound. I think I've seen enough," he stammered, scrambling to his feet. Just finish your work." Tasha nodded but didn't move. "You know, sir, respect isn't demanded, it's earned, and the way you treat people says more about you than it does about me." A few employees quietly recorded the moment on their phones, sensing that something extraordinary was happening. Tasha's calm confidence had completely shifted the power in the room. She had a plan. This wasn't just about standing up to Mr. Daniels, it was about sending a message. She reached for the office files he had carelessly left on a desk. Among them were documents showing irregularities, misuse of funds, and favoritism. Tasha had noticed these mistakes for months, but she had stayed quiet until now. With a single swipe, she slid the files toward the center of the room. "Maybe now everyone can see what kind of person we're really dealing with," she said, her voice slicing through the tension. Mr. Daniels' face went pale. He realized that his secret actions were about to be exposed. He took a step back, stumbling over the chair again. Employees began murmuring, exchanging glances, some hiding smiles of approval. No one had ever seen Tasha like this. No one had ever seen someone dismantle Mr. Daniels' arrogance with sheer confidence and a single reveal of courage. Tasha took a deep breath and slowly rolled down her sleeve, hiding the tattoo once again. But the message was clear. She was not someone to be toyed with. She had the power, the knowledge, and the courage to change everything. And the best top? Mr. Daniels had no idea what she was truly capable of. Don't miss next time to see how Tasha's next move shocks everyone in the office. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel now. The office had never felt so tense. Whispers floated through the room as employees glanced nervously at Tasha. Even the usually fearless staff seemed unsure of what to do. Mr. Daniels, meanwhile, was pacing, muttering to himself. His face was pale, a mix of anger and fear, and his once commanding voice had turned shaky. Tasha didn't flinch. She moved with a calm purpose, picking up a mop and continuing her work. But this time, it was different. Every step she took, every motion she made, exuded authority. It was as if the tattoo on her arm, though hidden again beneath her sleeve, had transferred its strength to her very presence. "Do you realize what you've been doing, Mr. Daniels?" she said softly, but every word hit like a hammer. Every unfair decision, every insult, every humiliation, it's all on record, and it's about to come to light. Mr. Daniels' hand trembled as he reached for a chair, but Tasha stopped him with a single look. She didn't need to raise her voice. The power in her eyes did all the work. "Sit down and listen carefully." The office grew completely silent. Employees pressed their phones discreetly to their pockets, secretly recording, sensing that history was being made. They had always feared Mr. Daniels, but now, for the first time, they saw someone standing up to him with unwavering courage. Tasha continued, "I've been here long enough to notice patterns of manipulation, favoritism, and dishonesty. And while I may just be cleaning staff, I also know how to fight back, not with anger, but with truth." A low murmur ran through the office. Some employees leaned forward, eager to see what would happen next. Mr. Daniels swallowed hard, beads of sweat forming on his forehead. He realized this was no ordinary confrontation. Tasha was not just standing up for herself, she was exposing a threat to the entire company hierarchy. Tasha slowly unrolled her sleeve once more, just enough to reveal the full tattoo this time. The intricate design shimmered under the office lights, a symbol of courage and justice. Her presence radiated power, and the employees felt it. Even the usually smug managers seemed intimidated. "People respect courage," she said, her voice steady, "and no one, not even you, can suppress it. Today, this office learns a lesson. Fear has no place where truth exists." Mr. Daniels stumbled back again, tripping over his own feet. Tasha didn't even flinch. Instead, she calmly finished her cleaning, each swipe of the mop feeling like a statement of victory. The office had changed. Something had shifted in the energy of the room. Employees whispered to each other, inspired, emboldened by Tasha's strength. And Mr. Daniels? Well, he had just realized that the game had completely changed, and Tasha was now in control. What will Tasha do next? Will she expose the truth completely, or keep them guessing? Watch next to find out. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel for the full story. The office was buzzing like never before. Employees who had spent years under Mr. Daniels' constant ridicule now exchanged knowing glances. The air was thick with anticipation. Tasha, however, moved calmly, unaffected by the whispers around her. She had planned her next move carefully. This wasn't just about standing up for herself. It was about exposing the truth and empowering everyone in the office. Mr. Daniels, meanwhile, was in a state of panic. His usual arrogance had crumbled, replaced with fear. Every glance at Tasha reminded him of his humiliation, and the employees noticing his weakness only made him more desperate. Tasha approached the desk where the important financial files were kept. She picked up a folder containing documents that revealed months of corruption, favoritism, and misuse of office funds. It was the smoking gun, and she held it like a weapon of justice. "Do you see this, Mr. Daniels?" she asked, her voice calm yet commanding. "All these years you've thought your actions were hidden, but nothing stays secret forever. And today, everyone is going to see what kind of person you really are." The room went silent. Employees gathered closer, curiosity and excitement shining in their eyes. Mr. Daniels's hands shook as he tried to snatch the folder from Tasha, but she held it out of reach with ease. "You can't just bully people into submission anymore," Tasha continued. "Your threats, your insults, your arrogance, it ends here." Suddenly, one of the employees timidly raised their hand. "Miss Tasha, can we help?" Tasha smiled, a rare warm expression crossing her face. "Yes, today isn't just about me. It's about all of us. We all deserve respect, and we all deserve justice." With a decisive motion, she placed the folder on the conference table and called a meeting. Employees crowded around, phones ready to capture every moment. Tasha explained the documents, showing everyone the patterns of wrongdoing. Mr. Daniels tried to argue, to interrupt, but no one listened anymore. The room had shifted. Tasha had given the employees courage, and they were no longer afraid. Then, in a final dramatic move, Tasha rolled up her sleeve fully, revealing her tattoo in all its glory. It was more than ink, it was a declaration of power, resilience, and unbreakable spirit. The employees gasped, some taking photos, others whispering their admiration. Even Mr. Daniels could not look away, frozen by the sheer intensity of her presence. The lesson was clear. Tasha was no longer just the quiet cleaning staff. She was a force to be reckoned with, and the office would never forget it. The next topic is going to be explosive. Find out how Tasha turns the tables completely. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel to see what happens next. The office had transformed into a stage of revelation. Tasha stood at the center, calm and composed, as Mr. Daniels shrank under the collective gaze of employees he had long bullied. The files she had revealed were only the beginning. Her next move would ensure that his reign of fear ended for good. Tasha's voice cut through the tense silence. "Mr. Daniels, it's clear that leadership isn't about power over people. It's about responsibility, respect, and integrity. And unfortunately, you failed in all three." Mr. Daniels sputtered, trying to regain control. You can't do this. You're just cleaning staff." Tasha smiled, a quiet, confident smile. "Just cleaning staff? I think we all see who's really cleaning up the mess now." She gestured toward the folder of documents on the table. "These files prove everything, and everyone here has witnessed the truth. Today, your lies and arrogance are no longer hidden." Employees began murmuring, emboldened by her words. Some discreetly started sharing the files with HR, others whispered to each other about finally confronting the injustice they had silently endured. For years, they had felt powerless, but Tasha's courage ignited a spark in them, a spark that was now turning into a roaring fire. Mr. Daniels' face turned red with a mix of anger and fear. He tried to assert authority, but his voice sounded hollow. Every attempt he made to intimidate was met with confident, unwavering eyes and supportive whispers from the staff. It was as if the office had collectively shifted its allegiance from fear to truth. Tasha took a step closer, her tattooed arm still visible. "Power isn't about scaring people," she continued. "It's about inspiring them to do better, to work harder, to respect one another. You've had your chance, and you've failed." With that, she picked up a small recorder from her bag, one she had discreetly placed on the desk earlier. "And just so there's no room for denial, this conversation is being recorded. Everyone will know the truth, about the mismanagement, the insults, and the threats. Your time of controlling others with fear is over. Mr. Daniels froze, realizing the full weight of the situation. Employees exchanged glances, many smiling discreetly, some even clapping softly in support of Tasha. The energy in the room had completely shifted, and it was clear who now held the power. Tasha didn't gloat. She simply walked toward the door, letting the impact of her words and presence linger. She had not just stood up for herself, she had empowered everyone in that office to see that courage and truth could topple even the most intimidating adversary. As she left, the employees whispered among themselves, feeling a newfound strength. Mr. Daniels sat back, speechless, finally realizing that his era of fear had ended. Next, Final will reveal how Tasha's bravery completely changes the office hierarchy and exposes secrets no one expected. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel to follow the story. The next morning, the office atmosphere had completely changed. Employees walked in with a newfound confidence, whispering to each other about the dramatic events of the previous day. Tasha, however, arrived calm as ever, her presence commanding without a word. She knew the real work had just begun, exposing the truth fully and ensuring justice was served. Mr. Daniels, once untouchable, now avoided eye contact. He moved like a shadow, aware that everyone's respect had shifted away from him. The moment Tasha stepped into the office, he froze. He knew she held the power, proof in hand, courage in her heart, and the employees firmly behind her. Tasha gathered the staff in the conference room, everyone buzzing with anticipation. She addressed them with calm authority. Yesterday was a wake-up call. Today is about making sure that truth and fairness are the foundation of this workplace. No one should ever feel powerless again. Then she did something unexpected. She pulled out her laptop and connected it to the screen at the front of the room. Files, emails, and recordings documenting every act of favoritism, manipulation, and insult began to appear one by one. The room fell silent as the employees realized the extent of Mr. Daniels' misconduct. Every lie, every attempt at intimidation, every hidden act of abuse, it was all there, undeniable. Mr. Daniels' face went pale. He stammered, You can't. This isn't fair." Tasha shook her head calmly. "Fairness isn't optional. It's a responsibility. And yesterday, I showed everyone that fear has no place here. Today, we all take a stand, not against a person, but against injustice." Employees leaned forward, inspired, taking notes, whispering affirmations, and nodding in agreement. Some even began recording the session for HR, ensuring that the evidence was fully documented. The power shift was undeniable. Tasha had turned the office upside down in a matter of hours. Then came the moment of dramatic revelation. Tasha slowly rolled up her sleeve, revealing the tattoo in full view of everyone, including Mr. Daniels. It was more than ink. It was a symbol of courage, resilience, and unstoppable will. The room gasped collectively. The tattoo had become a beacon of empowerment, a sign that one person's bravery could ignite a movement. Mr. Daniels slumped into his chair, defeated. He realized that no threats, no arrogance, no attempts at intimidation could reverse what had been set into motion. The office hierarchy had changed forever, and Tasha had become the symbol of justice and strength everyone admired. Her final words in the session resonated deeply. "This office belongs to people who respect one another, not those who intimidate. Remember that courage always wins." Next, the final session will reveal an unexpected twist that even Tasha didn't see coming. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel to continue this thrilling story. The office had barely settled from the shock of yesterday when an even bigger surprise hit. Just as Tasha thought she had fully exposed Mr. Daniels' schemes, an urgent email flashed across her screen. It was from the company's head office. An anonymous tip had revealed something deeper, something no one had anticipated. Tasha read it carefully. The tip included evidence that implicated not only Mr. Daniels, but also some senior executives in a network of secret favoritism and fraud. Her mind raced. This was bigger than she had imagined. It wasn't just about one bully in the office anymore. This was a corruption scandal that could shake the entire company to its core. Mr. Daniels noticed her sudden change in expression. "What are you doing now?" he asked, his voice trembling. Tasha looked up at him calmly, her tattooed arm catching the office lights. "The truth has no limits, Mr. Daniels, and neither do I." She immediately called for a meeting with the staff, who were buzzing with curiosity and excitement. "Everyone, listen carefully," she said. "What we've uncovered isn't just about yesterday's events. This company has deeper issues, and it's time we shed light on them. We're going to make sure that everyone who's been wronged finally gets justice." The employees exchanged nervous glances. Some feared retaliation, while others felt inspired by Tasha's unshakable courage. She handed out copies of the documents, showing the layers of misconduct that had been hidden for years. As the staff reviewed the files, their reactions varied from shock to disbelief to a quiet sense of vindication. Mr. Daniels tried to intervene, his voice shaky and pleading. "Tasha, you can't. This is too much. Don't drag everyone into this." Tasha shook her head, standing firm. "I've already dragged myself through enough humiliation, and I will not allow fear to silence the truth. Today, we expose the corruption, and we ensure that accountability is upheld. No one is untouchable." Then came the dramatic moment. Tasha rolled up her sleeve fully, revealing the tattoo in all its intricate glory. The symbol of strength, resilience, and courage gleamed in the fluorescent office light. Every employee could see it clearly, and in that instant they felt the power of one person's bravery, the power to inspire an entire team to rise up. Mr. Daniels slumped, defeated, while employees whispered amongst themselves. Tasha wasn't just a cleaning staff member anymore. She was a force of justice, a symbol that no one could ignore. The office that had once been ruled by fear was now buzzing with quiet determination. The wheels of change had been set in motion, and Tasha had ignited a fire that couldn't be put out. Next, the final chapter will reveal the explosive finale, how Tasha changes the office and the lives of everyone around her forever. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel to see the shocking conclusion. The office had transformed completely. What was once a place of fear and silent submission had become a stage for courage, accountability, and empowerment. Tasha, the unassuming cleaning staff, had become the catalyst for a revolution nobody saw coming. The day started with whispers and anxious glances at Mr. Daniels. His usual swagger was gone. The senior executives implicated in the anonymous tip were now on high alert, unsure who to trust. But Tasha walked in with calm confidence, her tattoo hidden beneath her sleeve, yet still radiating the same aura of unstoppable power. She called an emergency meeting in the conference room. "Today," she said, "we don't just confront one person's wrongdoing, we confront a system that allowed fear and corruption to thrive, and we will replace it with truth, respect, and accountability." Employees gathered around, their eyes filled with anticipation. Phones were discreetly recording. Every staff member understood this moment was historic. Mr. Daniels attempted to interrupt, but no one listened. For the first time, he realized that authority built on intimidation was meaningless. Tasha revealed the full set of documents and recordings. Every unethical decision, every attempt to bully employees, and every hidden act of favoritism was laid bare. Gasps filled the room as employees realized the scope of the deception. Even the most skeptical staff members were convinced. Tasha had dismantled a web of corruption single-handedly. Then came the final dramatic gesture. Tasha rolled up her sleeve fully, revealing the tattoo in all its striking detail. It was a symbol of courage, resilience, and unyielding determination. Every employee felt the impact, the power of one person standing up for truth against all odds. Mr. Daniels finally sank into a chair, defeated and humiliated. He had underestimated Tasha, her intelligence, her strategy, and above all, her courage. Employees now openly whispered, some even applauding softly. The shift in office energy was undeniable. Fear had been replaced with hope, courage, and unity. Tasha addressed the team one last time. This office belongs to those who are honest, hardworking, and courageous. Fear will never rule here again. Let this be a lesson. No one, no matter how powerful, is above truth and justice. The ripple effect was immediate. Employees felt empowered, motivated, and inspired. They no longer feared standing up for themselves, and a new culture of respect and integrity began to root deep. Tasha had not just cleaned the floors, she had cleaned the corruption, cleared the fear, and brought clarity to an entire office. As she left the room, heads turned in admiration. She had proven that courage, strategy, and unwavering determination could topple even the most intimidating adversaries. Her tattoo remained a symbol of her journey, a silent reminder of strength and resilience that would inspire everyone forever. The story ends here, but Tasha's courage will live on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more thrilling stories of empowerment and justice.